Emmanuel Macron sparked the furious reaction of opposition MPs in France after he pushed for the renewal of the country's state of emergency on Wednesday. The French National Assembly voted in favor of Emmanuel Macron's government's proposal to extend the country's state of emergency until June 1. The state of health emergency had been in place since late October and is set to expire on February 16. The move enraged opposition members of the Assembly on both the left and the right of the French political spectrum, who saw it as Emmanuel Macron's attempt to undermine democracy in a bid to cling onto power. The extension was supported in the National Assembly by 113 MPs, with 43 voting against and 4 abstaining. The prorogation bill will be on the menu of the Senate at first reading next Wednesday, with a view to final adoption before February 16. While the country is under a state of health emergency, the government can introduce measures such as curfews, travel restrictions and lockdowns, both local and national. Reacting to the vote, La France Insoumise's MP François Ruffin tweeted, "You have to learn to live with the virus, but above all, we learn to live without. Without lecture halls, without bars, without birthdays. And without democracy. This afternoon the government asks us to extend, for the 6th time, the state of health emergency." Former National Front, now the Patriots MP Florian Philippot also raged, "They have just voted for a state of emergency until June 1. Macron will, of course, do his entire term under a state of emergency. We get it. The next variants will be used for this purpose. Already sick of it. Shame on the deputies who validate that." France first declared a state of health emergency over the COVID pandemic on March 24, 2020 and that ran until July 10. In July, ministers decided it was not necessary to extend it in view of the positive evolution of the health situation at this stage. However, the worsening situation meant that on October 17, the state of emergency was reimposed until February 16, 2021. State of emergency powers enable the government to make decisions quickly and not require the full process through the Assemblée nationale and the Senate, as is usually the case with major pieces of legislation, although the spring lockdown and easing of lockdown were debated by both parliaments.